Most awesome graffiti of Bogota. Ever wondered how an urban landscape can transform into an open-air museum? Buckle up, because today we're diving into the vibrant heart of Bogota, Colombia. In this video, we're going to uncover some of the most awesome graffiti art you've ever seen. Witness the power of public expression, hear the unheard stories behind each work of art, and let's decode the visual language of Bogota's streets. Bogota, the nation's capital, is typically the first destination for tourists who are traveling through Colombia. A pleasant city with a wide variety of activities and attractions, enough to keep one occupied for several days. Bogota is teeming with vibrant street art that conveys important messages about the city's past, present, and future through political and social commentary. You can learn more about the art street scene in this video, and I will also show you some works of art that you might see while on a street art tour. Bogota street art. The street art of Bogota is renowned in many parts of the world. The city has given birth to a number of street artists who continue to create their work in a variety of locations all over the world. Bogota is home to some stunningly beautiful and profoundly political street art. There are some artists who choose to express their opinions through their work by bringing up topics that are extremely sensitive. The passing of a talented street artist. It wasn't that long ago that people who sprayed graffiti were subject to severe penalties. Too hard. In 2011, the artist Diego Felipe Becerra, better known as Tripido, was chased and killed by police while he was spray painting his signature Felix the Cat image on a wall. Becerra was only 16 years old at the time of his death. Becerra was accused of being a dangerous armed robber by the police, who also attempted to cover up the incident and tampered with the evidence. But neither his parents nor the people involved in the city's street art scene would stand for this. The entire city was engulfed in widespread demonstrations, which ultimately resulted in the arrest of 2 police officers. Because of this, City Hall decided to remove the criminal penalties for creating street art. The argument between the police and the artists came to an end as a result. And that was the moment when everything changed. Since then, the dynamic and urban art scene in Bogota has grown, and as a result, it now attracts artists from all over the world. These days, Bogota is widely considered to be one of the most street art friendly cities in the world, with artists using walls as tall as 7 stories as canvases for their creations. The city of Bogota's decision to legalize street art. Because street art is now legal in Bogota, local artists are free to create massive, intricate works without worrying about being arrested. They are freed from the obligation of painting in the wee hours of the night. The exteriors of the stores have been decked out with depictions of various wild animals, and the formerly gray walls have been given a vibrant new coat of paint. The street art of Bogota has developed into a significant component of the identity of the city. It is important for artists to make powerful social commentary on the politics of their country, defend their heroes, or brighten the streets with color, and it is one of the ways that they can express their creativity. Street art is frequently commissioned by property owners, such as shopkeepers, in order to spruce up the appearance of the building's exterior walls. The proprietors of the shop make an effort to forestall other graffiti artists from placing pointless tags by using this method. The street art scene has an unwritten rule that states it is against the rules to deface artwork with tags out of respect for the artist. This rule was put in place to prevent vandalism. La Candelaria. The neighborhood of La Candelaria is where you'll find the most beautiful examples of street art. From the start, the neighborhood of La Candelaria in Bogota may not show up all that engaging and may try and seem scary, regardless of the way that it is a shelter for explorers in the city. Partaking in a rope craftsmanship visit is strongly suggested, in spite of the way that it is easy to find works of public workmanship essentially by investigating the city all alone. You are likewise offered the chance to gain proficiency with the narratives that are related with the showstoppers, which adds one more layer important to the experience. At the point when she initially shows up to the city, the roads craftsmanship visit, which focuses principally on this area, isn't just loads of tomfoolery, yet in addition the ideal way for her to get her direction. Likewise, you will leave this visit with a more top-to-bottom comprehension of the city, as well as a new point of view on the social and policy-driven issues that are predominant all through Colombia. Tour of the street art in Bogota. At 10 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon every day, there are 2 free tours given in English. The purpose of the graffiti tours is to present and comprehend the city in a distinct manner. They make consistent investments in the local community using the money that is given to them as donations. In order to create social projects all over Colombia and in other countries, they have worked together with artists from the local, national, and international communities. Every guide is a working street artist in their own right, and they share with a great deal of enthusiasm the history of the pieces, the people who created them, and the inspiration behind them. The walking tour of the street art takes approximately 2.5 hours to complete and begins in La Candelaria neighborhood at Parque de los Perdiosas. Even though the tour is free, you are expected to leave a tip of at least $10. The Bieber Incident. The narrative progresses further. In 2013, Canadian singer and songwriter Justin Bieber made a trip to Bogota. Under the protection of the police, Justin Bieber sprayed a maple leaf on a wall after his concert. Many people found this to be very distracting. The police earned a bad reputation for the violent crackdown on people who created street art. Artists staged a street art marathon as a reaction to the act that Bieber had committed. The cities of Bogota, Medellin, and Cali responded to the call. Within the span of one day, 700 pieces of graffiti and street art were produced. The artist's message throughout the marathon was that they wanted the police to respect Colombian artists to the same degree that they respect Justin Bieber. Banned but not illegal at the same time. What is the current climate like in Colombia with regard to street art? It is against the law to create art in public spaces. All things considered, you will be expected to pay a fine on the off chance that you are found making road workmanship. You can begin, be that as it may, inasmuch as you have the consent of the landowner, avoiding any administration structures or landmarks, and upset no untamed life. According to our guide, many property owners view street art as a means to deter tagging and other forms of vandalism. Within the community of artists, there is a tacit understanding that it is unacceptable to add to or alter the work of another artist. In addition, a wall that is decorated artistically is more appealing to the eye than a wall that is colored brick. Themes related to society and politics. If you are paying attention, you can pick up on a few different recurring themes. In the works, for instance, you can frequently find traditional tribes, which is a reference to the more than 80 indigenous groups that exist in Colombia. One illustration of this is the vibrant portrait that Carlos Trielas drew of a Cuna tribeswoman. It was created by the Trielas. Women are, without a doubt, a common subject matter for many works, but animals also frequently appear. The nation's ongoing political and social issues are another popular topic for street artists to depict in their work. Consider issues such as bribery, poverty, and violence. An example of this would be the work that was done by the company DJ Lou, Toxicomano, and Gouch that was colored black, white, and red. If you look closely, you'll notice that this work features pineapples that, at the same time, have the appearance of grenades. And that's all for today. Subscribe for more.